Yeah, I have one South credit card. Might buy a jet after this. Is it safe?
All right, hey, fellas, here we go. We got 1 minute. As you see them, they're going to come down. Wyatt, you just got to play nice and loud. All right? Everybody else, I'd like to take a second to point out, we are under 4 live mics. Everybody in the audience is getting quiet so they can hear what I'm saying right now. That means they can hear what you're saying too. Be careful what you say. No phones once we start. No talking once we start. Everybody be cool.
Processional?
Processional, last thing in the book. There you go, I got you. First. And Saxon. Here it comes. 4 beat. One, two.
Heavenly Father, as we gather here today, filled with anticipation and gratitude, we come before you in humble reverence and humility, seeking both your guidance and wisdom. For today, we gather to not only celebrate our graduation from LaSalle College High School, for we also come to prepare for our transition to college, a momentous step in our development and maturation toward adulthood. As we embark on new paths, grant us the courage to embrace the unknown, to face challenges with resilience, and to persist in the pursuit of our dreams and ambitions. Grant us the ability to acknowledge that true wisdom lies not only in what we have learned, but also in experience. We thank you, Lord, for the opportunities we have been given, the challenges we have faced, and the growth we have experienced these past 4 years. In this moment of reflection, we recognize the tremendous accomplishments we have achieved, the knowledge we have acquired, and the skills we have honed. We are grateful for the friendships forged, the lessons learned, and the memories we hold dear. May our talents and abilities be utilized for the betterment of humanity, that we may be agents of transformation in a world in need of healing, equity, and justice. Grant us the wisdom to use our knowledge not merely for personal gain, but also for the empowerment of others. Bless our hearts with compassion, that we may be forces of kindness in a world often troubled by division and strife. Fill our minds with creativity and innovation, that we may bring about positive change and make meaningful contributions to society. Strengthen our spirits with integrity and authenticity, that we may lead lives guided by truth, justice, and moral fortitude. With gratitude, we offer you our prayers, knowing that you have been with us every step of this journey and will continue to guide us as we step into the unknown. We are forever grateful for the blessings bestowed upon us, and we commit ourselves to live lives of justice, integrity, and compassion. In the words of St. John Baptist de La Salle, may God continue what he has begun in us. Amen. St. John Baptist de La Salle, live Jesus in our hearts. Forever. Please remain standing for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Welcome, Brother James Butler, Mr. Fike, members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, parents, family, friends, and the members of the LaSalle College High School class of 2023. welcome to the celebration of our senior class. Thank you for the commitment each of you has made to enrich our LaSalle experience. Parents and guests, you were the driving force that brought us to LaSalle and supported us throughout this academic, athletic, extracurricular, and spiritual journey. Brother James, Mr. Fike, and LaSalle administrators, you fostered an environment where we have grown not only as young men, but more importantly, as brothers. Faculty and staff, we will forever be indebted to you for your education and guidance both in and out of the classroom. The life lessons of respect, patience, kindness, and service will inspire us as we move on. Thank you for your contributions to the successes of the class of 2023. When our parents and guardians decided to send us to LaSalle, they're familiar with the academic standards. You can look at the course offerings, draw from interactions you may have had with past students, or look up the college acceptances. What you can't measure from the outside is the something that is LaSalle. I say something because it is so hard to define, and all of us will be hard-pressed to summarize it. We came to LaSalle in August 2019 from many backgrounds, committing ourselves to work hard and willing to accept the brotherhood we had all heard so much about. I made my way to 8605 Cheltenham Ave after attending numerous LaSalle functions with my family. I can't say that I knew everything there was to know about LaSalle, but if I heard it once, I heard countless times that my family bleeds blue and gold. I was all in. When we were dropped off at the main entrance on our first day of school, the band was playing. The Explorer mascot burst with bounds of energy. Brother James and Mr. O'Toole were there to greet us, and then we entered the front doors. When we crossed that threshold, we each began to find our own LaSalle. Whether our strength was academics, athletics, service, or the arts, we had to find our own identity. Sure, the teachers and administrators were there to support and guide us, but it was clear that the rest was up to us. As we started our freshman year, we were challenged to get involved, push ourselves out of our comfort zones, and make new friends. During those first 6 months, we were establishing connections with classmates and teachers, and starting to move independently through the ins and outs of high school. Not in our wildest dreams could anyone have imagined being challenged so much that first year. While I know everyone is anxious to move on from the pandemic, we cannot deny what we can take from it. We can look back on that time and pat ourselves on the back for the strength, dedication, determination, and resilience it took to get through cyber learning and come out on the other side of it. The way we were able to pivot, live moment to moment, adjust on the fly, and be flexible will be invaluable lessons as we navigate life. While we were devastated by the sudden shift to virtual learning, our spirit stayed strong. In those early days, our classmates and teachers were the only faces we saw outside of those we lived with. LaSalle literally became our second family and our connection to the outside world. I remember one day, my mom brought me the phone as one of the brothers called to see how I was faring during our virtual learning. We spent a couple minutes talking about how I was handling the challenging time. When we hung up, my mom said how embarrassed she was. She explained that she chatted brother's ear off, thinking he was calling to see how our family was doing with having us 4 kids at home. She explained that brother politely stopped her ramblings to ask, "Can I speak with Cabot? I actually asked to see how he is doing." It was then that I felt the depth of concern that LaSalle had for each one of us and our well-being. When we returned to the classroom, we were all changed, not only in physical stature, but a certain maturity as a result of what we had been through. We appreciated the community we were a part of, and we were more eager than ever to have a true high school experience. I'm not sure about you, but I was never so grateful to see the boys will be boys, but LaSalle boys will be gentlemen sign in every classroom. It meant we were back. Having been emotionally, socially, and spiritually challenged during our absence from campus, LaSalle became a beacon of faith and support for our community. We are forever grateful to LaSalle for keeping us moving forward. Seniors, these last 4 years have proven to be demanding yet inspiring, all leading to our growth and transformation. It's now time to take our LaSalle education and experiences and move on to chart a new path, knowing that LaSalle will always have our back. As we embark on this exciting yet uncertain future, never doubt the bond we have as the class of 2023. Lean on each other, our memories, our friendships, and our faith in God. We have the knowledge and framework to be successful, but we need to put it into action. I have no doubt that this class will be as powerful a force of good as those who have come before us. I'm grateful for each one of you for every day of the last 4 years. Our LaSallian journey, however, is far from complete. Where will life take us? We will celebrate each other's successes and comfort each other in our sorrows. I, like many of you, have family that have walked these halls before us and have witnessed how they are welcomed back home. As freshmen, we were inducted to the class of 2023, a class that we will be a part of the rest of our lives. Going back to that little boy that bled blue and gold, I'm sure at some point I thought I literally bled blue and gold. Now, after 4 years here, I can tell you without a doubt that I'm still all in. LaSalle is many things, and at the same time, it is different for each one of us here. We had the freedom and resources to choose our own path, but stem from the same foundation. While everyone's LaSalle is unique to them, I guess that is the something that makes LaSalle so special. In closing, I speak on behalf of my fellow brothers, letting our LaSalle community know, loyal sons will ever be, high we'll hold your memory. Thank you.
The 1973 Blue and Gold Yearbook contained a class quote about LaSalle. A Christian Brothers school, but more important, a school of people. Faces become individuals, individuals become friends. Ultimately, LaSalle joins and creates friendships. In brotherhood and in friendship, the class of 1973 has held true to that tenet over the last 50 years. On this, the golden anniversary of their graduation, I am honored to present to you the class of 1973. Gentlemen, would you please rise and be recognized?
Good morning. Yesterday, the administration and department chairs had the honor of awarding departmental medals of achievement. Those awards are in your program. Today, I have the honor of announcing the special school awards. The LaSalle High School Award and $500 grant for the senior with the second highest scholastic average for 4 years is awarded to Sebastian Barnes. The LaSalle College High School Highest Academic Average Award and $500 grant for the senior with the highest scholastic average for 4 years, supported by the Robert S. Blasey Family Trust, goes to Matthew Giordano. The Men of LaSalle Loyalty Medal and $500 grant is awarded to Michael Martino. The First Lieutenant Travis J. Mannion, United States Marine Corps, Class of 1999, Memorial Medal and $500 grant for the Senior Scholar Athlete is awarded to Matthew Giordano. The LaSalle College High School Alumni Association Award and $500 grant to the graduating senior who has best embodied, over 4 years, the principles of loyalty, commitment, generosity, and camaraderie goes to William Ryan. The Dr. Edward A. and Beatrice C. Dahowski Medal and $500 grant for the student who best exemplifies the principles of St. John Baptist de La Salle and the Christian Brothers is awarded to Liam Moat. The John McShane Medal and $500 grant for the student who has worked hardest to bring credit to LaSalle College High School goes to Thomas Ebley. The William A. Meehan, Esquire, Class of 1944 Award and $1,000 grant for outstanding community service is awarded to David Ruck. The Class of 1973 Spirit Award and $1,000 grant for the student who has worked the hardest to promote a healthy sense of participation and enthusiasm for the full range of activities at LaSalle goes to Daryl Dengoe. Congratulations, gentlemen. It is now my honor to introduce the president of LaSalle College High School, Brother James.
Thank you, Mr. Fike. For one last time, before I must henceforth call you alumni, I greet you as I did at your freshman tie ceremony. As always, men of LaSalle College High School. It is with immense pride and profound joy that I stand before you today as head of this esteemed institution to celebrate this momentous occasion, the culmination of your high school journey. Graduates, you've arrived at the destination you've been striving for, and I congratulate each and every one of you on your remarkable achievements. As I look out on this sea of beaming faces, I'm filled with a sense of awe and admiration for the incredible individuals you've become. Over the years, I've witnessed your growth, resilience, and determination. I've watched you tackle challenges head on and persevere through adversity. Today, you stand as young adults, ready to spread your wings and make your mark on the world. Actually, that isn't me. Since this is my 15th consecutive year standing in front of a group of graduates and their guests giving a commencement address, I sometimes worry I have no more fresh ideas. So I went to your new friend, ChatGPT, typed in, "Write a speech from the head of school to a class of high school seniors." That is how it started. It continues along similarly banal lines for another 600 words. Now, you should have known it wasn't me. Would I ever employ a bloated redundancy like each and every one of you when writing? Each implies every implies each. Each and every senior English student I taught knew that if he ever used that barbarism in a paper, he'd start at a B and go downhill from there. Now, I read the Chronicle of Higher Education online occasionally, but often enough to know that the professors you will meet in 3 months are apoplectic about the impact and implications of ChatGPT for their teaching in various disciplines. Free hint for the future, the value of which you'll soon appreciate. Professors aren't the most adaptable organisms in the universe. How will that elderly Jesuit philosophy prof at Boston College, having assigned a paper contrasting John Locke's concept of liberty with John Stuart Mill's, know if the resulting paper is a Ban Miller or a bot, BOC or GBT? Even though I believe deluding Jesuits should be an Olympic sport, I admit an educational and cultural dilemma arises from such developments. How does a LaSalle graduate stand out, as he always should, from such a context? I believe it's simple. Think for yourself. In fact, that's my next fondest wish for you, second to garnering an affirmative vote from Heaven's Admissions Committee. For now, I hope you learn to think for yourself, and that you always value the rights, freedoms, and obligations that thinking for yourself requires and engenders. You live in a world full of influencers whose posts attempt to direct how and with whom you get ready, where you go, and how you drive there. Resist them. Vibe in your own style, even if it's flannel and Sperry's, not Air Force Ones and Armani. Never fear being original and unique, even when it doesn't influence many. Think for yourself. Resist caricatures. Whether those thinking differently from you get rejected as MAGA or woke, recognize one fact. Both 4-letter words are used similarly to demean and diminish rivals, reviled as a feckless mob of mindless zombies. Resist that distortion. Really talk to someone who sees the world differently from you and think about what they have to say. Never fear an idea. Think for yourself, especially in college. That's where the ability goes dormant in a lot of people. Don't let anyone, from pledge master to professor, determine how you think. Your religious beliefs, cultural values, and ethical standards won't buckle if they're probed, questioned, or debated. But don't be quick to deny them for a political science grade or fraternity pin. Never fear paying a price for personal or intellectual integrity. Finally, think for yourself always, but about yourself rarely. Don't overthink. That seems to be the great burden of your generation, whether I call you Gen Z or just guys I care about. Don't lie in bed worrying about whether you'll make partner at Ballard Spa or PwC. Just get up, make that bed, brush your teeth, then do the next right thing. The Wharton MBA is a few more right things down the road. Jesus himself said, "Tomorrow will take care of itself." And look where that got him, admittedly after a rough patch or two. Persevere always. Catch yourself, however, when you start to perseverate. Occasionally now, I'll encounter a prospective parent at a future students' gathering, convinced their line of questioning can uncover the school's ideological biases. I'll parry their thrust by responding, "At LaSalle, we don't tell you what to think. We teach you how to think." True enough, I hope, but that needn't enjoin me from suggesting some things that might be good to think about during the quarter hour or so remaining to you as LaSalle students. Think about these 288 guys you're graduating with, the experiences you've made together. Think of the teachers and coaches you've come to see not as foes to overcome or paragons to impress, but as the wise older brothers and sisters De La Salle told us to be. Think of your parents, whether upon learning their child was a boy, their first words were, "He's going to LaSalle," or whether they kept an open mind when you came home from middle school and asked, "Do I have to go to the township high school automatically, or could I go to LaSalle?" For their imagination, creativity, and inspirational sacrifice have made this day possible. Finally, think of this place. I doubt I'm telling you what to think now, but simply verbalizing something most of us here today already believe. LaSalle is not just acreage to grow up within. It's a family that ensures you grow up well. Moreover, if you think long and hard for yourself about the people you met here and the lessons you learned, you will not only grow up, but you will complete one of life's most daunting tasks. You will grow wise. Add a humble faith's perspective to human wisdom, and a question arises that should propel the rest of an explorer's journey. The stage of life in which you will hear, "Let us remember we are in the holy presence of God," a half dozen times a day, ends now. Think for yourself. How will you be that presence for others in the decades to come? A question not to be answered in this speech, but by your lives. God bless you always, gentlemen.
Brother James and Mr. Fike, the class of 2023 seated before you has completed the program of studies in fulfillment of our graduation requirements. On the recommendation of the faculty, I present them to you to receive their diplomas.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Board of Trustees of LaSalle College High School, and the recommendation of the administration and faculty, a diploma of graduation is conferred upon each member of the class of 2023 who has successfully completed the prescribed program of studies at LaSalle College High School.
At this time, we will call up students by their homerooms. Please hold your applause until all of the students within each homeroom are recognized. Will Mrs. Elizabeth McCabe and the members of homeroom 1D please come forward? Anish Badra. James Belinsky. Brian Blanche. Andrew Bowles. Mark Boyd. Leighton Bracken. Luke Brady. Andrew Brill. Colin Broderick. Matthew Buchanan. Jonathan Burkholder. John Buzenbark. Daryl Dengoe. Jace Leasing. Ryan Lorenzo. Alexander Lorenz Scholl. Noah Lubinsky. Cody Lubisky Jr. Andrew Lyons Jr. Michael Malloy. Aiden James Maloney. Aiden Thomas Maloney. Benjamin Mangle. Dylan Marco. John Markowski. Andrew Marsden. Sean Martin Jr. Liam Moat. Congratulations, gentlemen. Will Mrs. Jessica Nedzwecki and the members of Homeroom 2D please come forward? Britton Biesecker. Jeffrey Craig. Patrick Cresco. Colin Cummings. Matthew Dalfo. Dante DeFruscio. Brendan DeLeo. Mark D. Simone. Ryan Desmond. Ronan DeStefano. Gavin DiCiani. Paul DiPrinzio. Aiden McPaul. Sean McShay. Nolan Mailer. Ryan Meyer. Michael Seth Mikulak. Caleb Milan. Brady Miller. Matthew Millivoy. Matthew Mitchell. Evan Mollick. Max Monzo. Nolan Marasco. Joseph Morgan. Cabot Alexander Morrissey. Joseph Maroney. Dominic Gabriel Tarsi. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Will Mr. Kyle Rosa and the members of Homeroom 3D please come forward? Gabriel Alden. Sean Fitzgerald. Tristan Folk. James Friel. Aiden Fry. John Gallagher. Calvin Gawker. David Getz Jr. Colin Gibbons. Matthew Giordano. Joseph Gleason III. Daniel Glennon II. Harrison Glover. Adam Owad. Christopher Passione. Andrew Park. Tahir Parker. Colin Parkhill. Pratham Patel. Brant Paul III. Stefan Pagis. Daniel Pelham. Keir Pemberton II. Ryan Perry. Timothy Bryce Petrilli. Matthew Pareca. Stephen Pareca. Benjamin Prophet. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Will Mr. Joseph Leitner and the members of Homeroom 4D please come forward? Jason Dill. Jonathan Herlick. William Huntley. Owen Huey. Marco Indelicato. Alexander Ippoliti. Delano Jackson III. Aiden Jaggers. Connor Jennings. Timothy Jennings. Kevin Johnson. Mackay Johnson. Charles Johnston. Matthew Jones. Christopher Tierney Ryan. William Ryan Jr. William Sadowski. Aiden Schnoff. Timothy Schuler. Robert Sissio. Nathan Selgrath. John Cerrone. Carter Survey. Luke Severin. Braden Shanahan. Grant Sharp. Jack Shea. Elio Schiffman. Timothy Smith, Jr. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Will Mr. Alex Brown and the members of Homeroom 5D please come forward? Cole Kozlowski. Gavin Kramer. Nathan Kress. Thomas Kaczynski. Kevin LaFond. Matthew Legowski. Eric Lamort. Eric Jack Lamort is the fifth son of Eric and Mary Alice Lamort to graduate from LaSalle. In recognition of this rare achievement, Jack is also being presented with a gift certificate to give to his parents for a 1/5 or 20% discount on the first-year tuition of their first grandson to attend LaSalle College High School. Nicholas Landis. Nolan Lauer. Brendan Leahy. Colin Leary. Christopher Letty. Michael Lee. Tyler Layden. Anthony Thunkuzi. Thomas Tingley Kelly. Nicholas Torriello. Tomas Torres. Joseph Turano. Daniel Van Thyn. Jack Vandegrift. Luke Varillo. Brendan Vega. Michael Vesey. Vincent Villano. Chase Vitulich. Luke Wagenhofer. Matthew Wagner. Sean Ward. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Will Mr. John Janda and the members of Homeroom 6D please come forward? Russell Abraham Jr. Donald Adams. Zachary Beget. Thomas Ballet. Maximilian Banmiller. Petrus Banmiller IV. John Barna. Sebastian Barnes. James Bartchek. Robert Barth. Brett Bean. Luke Bernal. John Bernsteel. Matthew Braccia. Gavin Damon. Michael Filippo. Alexei Vilkov. Michael Martino. Riley McCabe. Patrick McCann. Brian McCluskey. John McFadden. Luke McFadden. Patrick McFadden. Sean McFadden. Ryan McGinley. Daniel McKeon. John McLaughlin. Michael McNulty. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Will Mr. Daniel Williams and the members of Homeroom 7D please come forward? Michael Caparella. Aries Karanji. Jacob Carlson. Joseph Cavalcante. Dylan Cawley. Paul Cervalero. Jake Chandler. Nicholas Sapola. Connor Clare. Evan Cohen. Nicholas Coletti. John Conahan IV. Christopher Convey Jr. Kevin Corso. Maxwell Muller. Dylan Murphy. Shane Murphy. Justin Mutreja. Isaiah Nesbitt. Vincent No. Connor O'Brien. Brendan O'Connor. Brendan Olimpo. Robert Oshevsky. Mark O'Mara. John Organsky IV. William Oscar. Samuel Otis IV. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Will Mr. Gary Nolan and the members of Homeroom 8D please come forward? Ryan Dietrich. Luke Doherty. Kirk Dalloway Jr. Christopher Dolich. Brian Donahue Jr. Jack Duffy. Colin Dunlap. John Dunstan Jr. Thomas Ebley. Jack Farron. Anthony Fedoric. Patrick Ferguson. Charles Fiorini. Philip Goldfarb. Jack Pastor. John Rathgeb. Colin Reckner. Liam Riley. Joshua Reno. Luke Reithmiller. Brendan Ring. Cole Ritchie. James Romano. Thomas Rosado. Edwin Ross III. Gavin Ross. Samuel Ross. David Ruck. Nicholas Rubel. Patrick Ryan. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Will Brother William D. Pasquale and the members of Homeroom 9D please come forward? Connor Goldfarb. Jack Gorovitz. Samuel Gray. Jonathan Guza. Joseph Halferty. Shane Hannon. Chase Hannon. Sean Hansel. Cameron Harry. Ryan Hassan. Tristan Helmick. Noel Henry. Lucas Hess. Malachi Horn. Carson Najelski. Horace Simmons Jr. Matthew Simpson. William Slam Jr. Alex Slepsov. Justin Sloan. Jake Small. Matthew Smith. James Soley. Ryan Sorge. Dante Spazziri. Benjamin Stevens. Liam Strain. Alessandro Tarsi. James Tate. Joseph Tito. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Will Mr. Gregory Bilecki and the members of Homeroom 10D please come forward? Evan Galato. Harrison Karsh. Paul Cass. Liam Keenan. Jarrett Kiesler. Kieran Kelly. Matthew Kennedy. Patrick Kennedy. Ryan Kennedy. Thomas Kennedy. Muhammad Khan. Chase Kilpatrick. Andrew Kim. Charles Kingsbury. Aiden McHugh. Ryan Warner. William Westcott. Christian Westowski. Christopher White. Kevin White. Nicholas Scott White. Nicholas Vincent White. Timothy Whittock. Matthew Wiley. Peter Williamson. Francis Wallace III. Jason Wolstenholme. James Wynn. Joseph Young. Sarkis Zibari. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Good morning. And let me extend another welcome to the 2023 LaSalle College High School commencement ceremony. I'd first like to start my speech by thanking those that have made it possible that we all made it to this point in our LaSallian journeys. Mr. Fike, Brother James, the Board of Trustees, all the friends and family of those in this graduating class, thank you for your unwavering support despite our mistakes and imperfections. To my parents, thank you for always being in my corner and showing me what it is like to live a life filled with love and compassion. To my brothers, thank you for showing me what true brotherhood is far before I came here to LaSalle. To those who have passed and are unable to be in attendance today, we acknowledge your presence and spirit with us. To all the teachers, friends, and mentors that I have had through my 4-year journey here at LaSalle, thank you for the friendships and memories that I hope will extend beyond the walls of that building and the 19038 zip code. Now, one would think that standing up here as the 2023 valedictorian would mean that most of my memories here at LaSalle would consist of studying, preparing for AP tests, or taking SAT practice tests. And yes, those things are likely what got me into college, or even provided me with the opportunity to stand here. However, meaningful memories are formed through an emotional tie to a moment in one's life. Those moments of academic work don't fit into this meaningful memories category. It can be easy to fall into the mindset that what can't be listed on a resume or college application is worthless. Yet worth is not determined by the numbers set beside the 3 letters GPA or SAT. So, looking back on my time here at LaSalle, I don't think of the grades or leadership positions that I sought so eagerly. Instead, I think of car rides home with my brother, Blake Barklage's Orange Out soccer game, the hockey state championship, the Silent Night basketball game, where Aiden McPaul hit the half-court shot, coining him the name Mick Swish, Mick Bucket, or even Mick Half Court, depending on who you ask that week. I think of Kairos, Nathan Kress's walk-off grand slam, a James Blinsky backflip, doing work in the NHS room, which was mostly comprised of top 5 tier lists, hangman, hurdle, and David Ruck memorizing every country in the world. Productive, I know. Maya Angelou said, "Life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away." I believe today is one of those moments for me. As we stand here, we mark the end of a chapter or even the first volume of a series. Our own unique volumes of boyhood. Now, we begin the next volume, manhood, but with the unique privilege of calling ourselves Lasallian men. This turning of a page or transitioning to the next volume, as we move farther from LaSalle, may come with excitement or fear. Excitement to create new memories and pursue new passions, or fear of independence and being released from the shelters of our family. It has always fascinated me that the same experience can cause two vastly different emotions in separate people. But this is just the human condition. It is often sadness that teaches us the beauty of joy, suffering that teaches us the importance of compassion, and heartbreak that teaches us the most genuine forms of love. I cannot stand here and tell you what path to choose, because the path that may lead me to success may lead you to failure. As humans, we tend to dwell too much on our past mistakes, struggling to move forward when we can't see the path that's in front of us. But sometimes we need to stumble and fall to learn to break free into our futures. Don't let heartbreak hold you back from receiving love. Don't let prior sadness keep you from experiencing moments of joy like today. And don't let previous failures keep you from becoming your best self. As Ernest Hemingway said, never mistake motion for action. The fear manifested from the past can cause us to go through the motions and shy away from the progress awaiting us. So as you move forward, down whatever path you choose for your next volume of life, don't push your dreams and passions aside. Remember to always take action to becoming the man that the boy in Volume 1 could only dream of you becoming. Do not settle for your plan B. Don't let anyone tell you you're being unrealistic. And never be so afraid of failure that you fail to try. If that next flip of a page in your Volume 2 doesn't scare you to death, then I challenge you to dream bigger. In the words of Alan Turing, sometimes is the people no one imagines anything of who do the things no one can imagine. Keep this in mind as you make your way through life. Do not count anyone out, but most importantly, don't count yourself out. I cannot predict the ways in which we will all succeed, but I can undoubtedly stand here today and say that we are all given the tools necessary to achieve our wildest dreams. We will forever be connected as the LaSalle College High School class of 2023. And by remembering that life is not measured by the money we earn, the fame we accumulate, or the fortune that is bestowed upon us, but rather by the impacts we make and the meaningful connections that we form, we will all find fulfilling lives that will be made whole by moments like this. Moments that take your breath away. Thank you, and good luck wherever the future takes you.
For one last time, St. John Baptist de La Salle, live Jesus in our hearts. Please stand for the singing of the Alma Mater.